GeoSpock is a real-time scalable database for multi-dimensional big data with an initial focus on geospatial information. Yes, we can stream data into it. We can handle vast quantities of throughput into the database, as well as dealing with vast quantities of historical data as well. SpaceCurve, yeah, we're aware of SpaceCurve. They've been going for about 6 years, I believe. We did see them as a competitor at the moment, but they're keeping a lot of things under lock and key, so we don't know exactly what their technology does, but we know what ours do. So basically, the way that you organize data on the disk and the algorithms you use to search it have a massive amount of impact on the performance characteristics. So there's a lot of different types of databases out there which claim to do very similar things, but the subtle implementation differences leads to massive performance differences under certain circumstances. GeoSpock actually was inspired by research I was carrying out at the University of Cambridge. Fundamentally, we were trying to build a custom supercomputer to carry out real-time simulation of the human brain. That involved an awful lot of custom hardware, but my particular focus was on how to get supercomputer levels of performance out of commodity hardware, so spinning disk systems. A lot about you organize data and how you access it, and, as I said, have huge performance impacts. And we've taken some of the latest supercomputer techniques that was inspired by the human brain, and I've used that to build a multi-dimensional database, of which the geospatial component is our first roadmap. Essentially, 80% of all data has a geospatial component. However, we're really interested in use cases that have vast quantities of data, or where the data is changing very rapidly. Now, our technology allows for real-time access, so part of what we see our technology being employed for is Internet of Things, being able to stream vast quantities of data in from many different devices and instantaneously access historical data, so you can do on-the-fly trend spotting. We're cloud hosted at the moment, so the idea being that we can solve a wide variety of problems. For startups, the thing that we offer them is ease of use. We essentially have a web-based API that anyone can start hacking around with. You start throwing data at us, and we scale the back end to the level that you need it, and give you this the real-time access. So we saw applications in both IoT, but also in mobile applications such as Geosocial and logistical operations like Uber, for example. To put this into perspective, Twitter generates around 6,000 tweets globally a second. Google is about 50,000 queries per second, which is a lot, but that's globally, and is human generated. Now, for a single mobile tower, it's generating 100,000 geotag pieces of data per second. That's a scale beyond where we currently are, and that's the type of problems that we're trying to solve at GeoSpock. The thing that really started it off was Cambridge University Entrepreneurs. There's a business planning competition. That's where the sort of initial idea of me becoming an entrepreneur started. Then I progressed on to the Cedar competition, which was based out of Anglia Ruskin University. As a similar sort of student entrepreneurship competition. Got some initial seed funding, got in contact with an amazing local mentor in Dr. Darren Disley, who's the CEO of Horizon Discovery Group. And we've been working on this for the past few years, and it seems to be progressing quite well. I'm a computer science by training, so I was doing my PhD at the University of Cambridge. That was in the architecture group under Professor Simon Moore, where we were building this custom supercomputer for real-time brain simulation. It was an extremely exciting project and has inspired my vision of the world to change. We were competing against people like IBM and their offerings, so really I got hold of the idea that actually just a bunch of really smart people in a room can go against the status quo and make an impact. I'm picking things up as I go, so it's very much fly by the seat of your pants. I suppose the best advice, even I can give for technical entrepreneurs, is to find an experienced mentor who's has complementary skill set. So in my case, I was partnered with Darren Disley, who's a serial and parallel entrepreneur who's had many years in the experience in the business arena, and I kind of brought the expertise in the computer science arena, and together that helped us structure the business in a sensible way. So the very near future, we're closing our Series A round. We want to expand the team from 8 currently to somewhere in the region of 40 over the next 12 months. We've got our eyes on a new facility, so we're really sort of going pro, if you like, and we're taking our cloud-based product and are working on ways to offer a containerized version so you can install this on your own infrastructure. The idea being that we want to use our technology to address a wide variety of problems, everything from small startups to extreme scale enterprise